Taylor Swift is the biggest thing known to fucking man. Morgan Wallen, like all these. I think this was like the only way that Jay-Z, who's been in charge of the Super Bowl since I think like 2020 or 2019 when Rock Nation took over, for it to be another hip hop act, right? Because otherwise, bro, you're gonna have to give in to the majority, right? Like it's gonna hit. Like I think to your point earlier, like hip hop fans are the minority in America, right? Like we can say we're not, but we are, right? So I think Kendrick was the only person he could put in that position that will garner the away. All right, cool. Let's do it for hip hop, blah blah blah. Because otherwise, bro, I don't really think there's anyone else, right? Like I don't think.
Yeah.
Maybe Drake, right? But again, it'd be a weird look because everyone knows, like, should it be Drake though? Like after a year he lost a battle, like how does that make sense? You know what I mean? So I think this is like the only move that Jay-Z's team could do to ensure that another hip hop act and hip hop was front and center. Because I think at some point, bro, like if you go through the list of artists that he's chosen to do that since he's gotten in charge, bro, at some point I said it last year, I'm like, bro, at what point is white American be like, yo, where the fuck are the white? There's no white artists.
No. I was just thinking that. I'm like,
there's no white artists in America. Like, yeah. So I would say this is like the last one that I think he can pull this off where, all right, we'll hold it back for one more year. But bro, you got to give the people what they want, bro. And I think the people want like a Morgan Wallen or those kind of artists, bro. Because again, country, I think, is like the fastest growing genre in America. Like, and it's not even close.
Yeah. And I am inclined to say that's largely because it's slowly almost becoming infused with
hip-hop
elements of like hip hop and pop, but mostly hip hop. I'm seeing a lot of that happening, and we already saw that with like Lil Nas X and stuff. So I feel like it's just becoming indistinguishable in a lot of ways to where even I'm like listening to some of it, I'm like, oh, this shit actually kind of bangs a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, I fully agree with those points. But one thing that is kind of weird to me about all of this is, like, if Kendrick doesn't drop an album beforehand, and even if he does, like, do you think the entire, like, 80% of the performance is going to cater to that? Because he's already performed some of his bigger hits at the other Super Bowl with what, Snoop Dogg and them? Was that the one?
Did he? I think he just did like 2 songs.
Yeah, he did. Well, he did Be All Right, and which is like the one that I feel like everyone's saying is a must do. And then was it Mad City? He did Mad City as well. Maybe even another one. So what he did, like at least 2 of his biggest hits.
Yeah.
So it's like, is he just gonna fucking redo it?
I mean, I think he's going to have to do It's Going to Be All Right, bro. Like, to be perfectly honest, I feel like there's no way that, he's going to have to do that one, bro. But yeah, dude, again, his discography is also pretty extensive, bro. So, like, there's enough songs. Because, mind you, again, like, to your point, like, even if he wanted to, right? Even if his, like, evil fucking troll mind wanted to, he couldn't even perform Not Like Us for, like, the entirety of the song. Bro, it's only, like, a 25-minute, I mean, only 20, but again, you have 25 minutes to do your entire catalog, bro. Like, if you spend 8 of that on Drake, then people might be like, all right, bro, like, you might be obsessive and, you really are only here because you wanted to beef with the guy. So that's why I think he'll go through everything. I think there'll be some new songs. I think he'll release that song that he teased in the video. I think he'll bring out Baby Keem. I think he'll bring out J-Rock. I think he'll bring out Mustard. Like, again, I think it's going to be an extension, but a more well-curated version of the pop out. Because again, the pop out, again, I enjoyed moments of it, but that just became like, all right, who's next? As opposed to like a well-choreographed like show, like to your point, like, bro, whoever gets chosen, you need to fucking put on a show, bro. This is not you just fucking standing and doing a mimic of a Drake dance. Like, you
throwing
need
up
to
your gang sign and shit.
Yeah, bro. You got to put on a fucking show, bro. Like visuals, all that, bro. So again, I think it's gonna be a well choreographed version of that. But again, I'm not mad at the decision, right? As a Drake fan, I'm just like, bro, we just getting momentum back, bro. It felt good, but it is what it is, bro. Like, good for him. 2024, 2025 now, going in is going to be a hell of a year for him. And again, this being announced on September 8th, bro, like, dude, the next 5 months are just going to be like, again, it's going to be like when the bully in the neighborhood looking for you and you're like, bro, I can't go outside yet.
Right.